Like, it just depends on the lanes, but I like the stability of VP's draft and the fact that they have played so many games
and ready to contribute damage to Blink's up. But, prepared by the time the initial collector to just start running all over this map, and concerned about
DK with the clinks. Maybe that means that you get more space for Boxy to farm up and get towards his blink dagger or whatever that big first item that he is, while those two are running around and trying to find kills together. I don't know. I'm curious to see how it works. Or maybe they just give Taiga a ton of farm.
Well, Taiga's gonna these early outpost battles are just so pointless.
Yeah, it's annoying though, right? You give them a little bit of like, it's frustrating, a little thing to slow them down.
I like it's just asserting dominance, you know.
Yeah,
they're not really gaining too much here, but they're flexing on you. They're gonna take your bounty runes.
Definitely. Keep the rest of them back. They do bring over Taiga too, so the Inkswell Sakuchi combo is ready to go if they want to make it happen right at the start.
At last.
I mean, this is a point where it actually does kind of matter holding that outpost, because now they don't know necessarily where they're at, and it looks like it's going to be a trade-off there. 2 bounty runes apiece.
Oh, solo. Oh no, my friend.
Uh-oh.
Not the way to go.
Oh, actually taking that stroke of fate first. Looking for the rundown. Can't quite get the body block off.
I mean, it's still just so much damage for nothing. Like, that's it. That's a salve now for solo instead of for ILTW.
That's a good point. Yeah. We'll see how much you can get done. Weaver and Mars feels like it's a decent amount of magical harassment, at the very least, on the LTW, which might be annoying.
Yeah, no early Blightstone for Taiga though, as he's rushing the urn. So sometimes you'll see that when you like know that you have a really good poking lane versus like this Oracle, because he just wants like Fortune's End you. But if you just like walk at him when he only has 2 armor, you're gonna have a pretty good time. But Taiga is more concerned about catching some creep waves and pulling them off to the side. So gonna be a whole lot of just dashing away from each other down there and throwing out Fortune's Ends.
Yeah. Well, he actually doesn't want to go into Sakuchi right now either. He wants to keep this creep wave alive as long as possible, but he's taking some punches coming on in. There are a lot of them there. And with another Fortune's End backup, Taiga, I mean, if he gets rooted by this, he's taking a lot of damage. Man, that was living life on the edge there.
Yeah, no salve or anything either. Just has that last tango and his stick to work with. So this is a very expensive way to reset the lane. Have they dealt with the creep camps at all? They have not. So you managed to do some creep shenanigans, but you still have both these camps available for pulls.
Insania taking some punches from Resolution, dives in all the way, and with 13 retaliate stacks, they find that kill onto Insania. First blood.
Phoenix Centaur, Rubik Centaur. Centaur seems to be the best pairing offlaner right now for these just obnoxious pressure lanes. Try and slow down the enemy carry. And of course, when we know that they kind of want this aggro carry, trying to slow down his support and then apply pressure to the carry is pretty much the only impact these two can have up here.
Yeah, and you know, one of the nice things that you do have is at least make a very high damage, not a ton of armor on Resolution early on. But it does look like he's still going to be able to sort of tank through it. Would be curious if we see like an early Blightstone maybe even on the Clinks, but for now just sort of favoring more of that regen. Actually, he's kind of getting ran at here. Ooh. Would have been good for Rezo, but doesn't quite work out. Now Mickey is the one that can be a little bit more aggressive, get that Inkswell onto Resolution, but they can't quite bring him down.
I think just part of the problem is that Clinks' sole damage source is the Searing Arrows, and of course, you know, Retaliate is there, so it's always going to be this game that you have to trade off there. Right. Rezo doesn't have really any great ways of regen. There's no like spamming spells really, so he couldn't get a stick, so he just has to rely on tangos. He's probably ferrying up more regen now, and yeah, he's got 3 more tangos with his bracer.
Well, kind of an interesting start to this game. We haven't talked about mid at all. Insania is actually trying to run down Zayats a little bit here, but, well, maybe he can go for him. Phantom's Embrace in some trouble. Right click's coming in. Zayat's going to go for the dive away and salve back up. And that's going to be Insania going down yet again. That was a sick play by Zayat.
Man, Retaliate is so good. And it's always going to be full because the Clinkz is trying to pressure you. It's like, or at least he's going to have like super high charges all the time. Don't have to like tank tower shots or anything.
Well, and this is why I think we saw like Oracle is such a good answer for the Centaur early, just to like purge off the Retaliate stacks when they get built up, or the Enchantress, or one of those other answers. But in this lane, they really don't have any way to deal with resolution as no one goes down mid. I was about to talk about this. Quakefa has been playing this lane super good. He's been able to get a couple of different rounds of denies on range creeps, and now he finds a solo kill at level 5 on Dragon Knight. Like, what?
I guess he got him with the Dragon Tail and a bunch of right clicks according to our recap. Maybe he just missed a torrent or something going for a range creep, but yeah, that's pretty brutal. That is not something you see very often from no one, and everyone's been talking up Quakefa about how he's kind of owning in the mid lane lately, and well, there you go. No one was, I know our panel was talking about him just being such an incredible mid laner that maybe gets a little undervalued in some circles.
Look at that.
But
Look at that,
yeah,
dude.
he's getting worked.
He just comes on in, gets the Dragon Tail, gets the deny afterwards. I mean, that is a solo kill with Breathe Fire level 1. That's 90 damage. Like,
I don't really have a good explanation.
Holy crap. Up top again. Zayat. Oh, Mickey actually is the one that's going to be in some trouble here. Can they bring him down first? No. So Zayat will die eventually, but Insania might also go down. Look at Resolutions, dude. Hits super hard. Needs one more punch. Is it going to be in time? Does get that extra damage out there. It's dangerous. It's going to be a salve up. A lot of damage coming in from the tower, and now fully encapsulated by the creeps. Insania, I don't know if they're going to have enough to bring him down, though. They can't. He just gets away.
And now Zayats might even make it to the bounty runes first here as well. So they're chasing them back behind the tower.
You should have
Are fortified.
Yummy, yummy. He's getting them.
Side lane's not. I mean, his last hits are okay on the Clinkz, but I'm gonna guess his net worth's probably not so hot right now, is it? It's about 2K. He's basically even with the Centaur, despite having like double low assets.
Okay. So the main lane going well right now is Quakefa in the mid, who's having a really nice time. And going actually just for Soul Ring and then one Bracer with the wand coming out next. So I guess a little bit more spam and keeping his mana up. The call for him. Okay. Forced to go invis. They have the dust though, slowing him down. Stun is there, and did he pop res? Oh, he did pop Retaliate first. So Mickey is going to go down here eventually. Maybe not. Death Pact. Yeah, he's super dead. Taiga trying to play a little bit of cleanup there. They run down Zayat. Will be able to find that kill. Now trying to chase down the Centaur as well. With the Sakuchi through, the more minus armor is finally going to be worn out and blocking the way. Resolution manages to sneak on through there, and so they again won't be able to punish the Centaur.
Yeah, Taiga only level 3 at the moment too, so just like not that much damage to help out with. I guess the bottom lane hasn't been going that great for him, or he's just been like dodging some of the XP, because I see Boxy's 5 and closing in on 6. He's probably just been like handing over a lot of the XP, maybe roaming a little bit down there for the runes.
Yeah, and well, I think that
Dude, this tower is dead mid.
Is it? Oh wow.
Yeah, it is so low. They're forcing a rotation of solo. But Taiga's here as well, and I mean, this is what, 1,340 damage? All right, they're bringing in Rezo too.
You can't afford to lose this one right now. Quakefa's been your main winner in this lane so far. The rotation coming from Taiga. Control is there. A big old Tidebringer hit. Quakefa trying to get away the Sun Ray. Every damn person coming mid.
This reminds me of when Viper was last popular, right? They had like the 7 or 8 minute 4 or 5 man gank mid just to shut that guy down. They hear it's like so strong early.
It's Taiga.
Nah, he got the courier, and I think he's out.
Damn, the skin of his teeth. Gets away from there. Okay.
That was an excellent rotation, though. I love bringing the Centaur in for that, because there's no other way that you're going to get that kill, and it's so important to shut him down, because it saved that tower. That tower was dead to rights at that point. Oh, yeah. Insania stealing these. I couldn't get away from the tower, dude. Sorry.
Not bad.
Oh, now no one's going to get that one? Oh, come on, guys.
You know, this is what happens.
Yeah, see, that's why you don't break up the flow of things. Some creep just ends up dying all by its lonesome.
So it is
bottom lane is spooky. They have the arena like potentially available here, so I think that's why our TB's like, yeah, I'm out.
Right. Well, and giving a little bit more, solo experience to solo here is always nice as well. But Boxy, I mean, he could think about just going for this one if he wants to. There's nobody else nearby to help him, though. And it looks like instead they want to try and set up for resolution. But Rezo kind of sifts out the danger and is staying pretty far back. And without a Mars Arena up here, he can always just stampede away.
And Solo just getting all this is amazing down here right now.
Yeah.
Like, he just needs like 100 more damage. Fox is going to try. Let's see.
Okay. Chase, runs away. They force the rotation from no one, trying to get that root down. He has an X level 2, and that is enough. And now Boxy, I think he's just dead. They have the damage for him. So again, it feels just a little bit off by Liquid. You know, they make the smoke rotation up top, but can't really find anything, and then they lose Boxy bottom. But at least they will get that mid-tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they kind of just traded the attention in that case. I would like to see Taiga getting something, though, because he's still level 3 after all that. And he needs to find something. I guess he's just basically paired up with Insania now, and they're saying that, like, it's okay. You're just an Inkswell bot, dude. It's fine.
They're bringing in everybody over to mid. 4 heroes from Liquid. Not sure if that's scouted, but they will be underneath this observer ward. They see all of Liquid moving over, but they're getting sandwiched. VP is showing up for this.
There's no
You
boat,
guys
though.
gotta be careful. Chase is coming. They have no boat for 30, but they will find Solo at the very beginning, try and bring him down. So he does die, but now control onto Grimstroke. Zayat's nearby as well. Doesn't have level 6 yet. As Taiga gets a little bit more aggressive. Punch coming through. Doesn't have another right click onto Zayat, but it looks like Taiga should be able to run him down with one more hit in the Geminate attack. Misses uphill. Oh no! But he's still gonna find the kill. Yeah, get behind the tier 3 towers. Nobody's gonna come for you anyways. So that works out for Liquid.
Yeah, that's a good dive. Just knowing that the boat wasn't ready, because obviously they just use it to kill Boxy down in the bottom lane. So I know prior to that, yeah, he's still quite a ways ahead. No one is almost level 10. He's past 9.5 right now. As Koikba is just closing in on level 9. But he is getting tower pressure down right now. Well, they're going to rotate LTW towards the top lane and apply some free pressure to this tower. Will Insania die? That is the question.
Oh, I think the answer is yes.
Those are friends, though. They got heroes.
Okay, Koikba shows up, tries to bring down Resolution. They don't have the arena yet again, but they do have vision onto Rezo as he's trying to run away from there. No one. Could be setting up for a really big boat here if they're not careful. And yeah, it looks like the rest of Liquid are going to back out.
It's like the exact opposite of the rotations that VP had, you know, where they're like successfully getting these kills and these punishes.
Oh, Zayat. They find him. Level 6. Can they bring him down time? Yes, they will. Big kill there. Now the arena finds onto no one. He throws out the boat, though, so he's going to have that buff on him afterwards. Can no one survive through this? Boat buff is really OP, but there are a lot of heroes chasing no one down. And, well, with the spear back up again in a second, no one's going to have to put on his Jukinsus. Tries to run away. Spear comes through, though, and then that's going to be the eventual kill.
Well, pressure mid lane, though, I believe, with the catapult and the TB, and they're going to take that mid tower. Okay. I think that just fell, at least.
Oh, the dire mid tier 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, state of the game, kind of feeling like Resolution's fallen behind a little bit in the last couple of minutes, but the rest of VP is definitely up on top of that net worth chart. Anything you're really concerned about? Like, you were worried about the levels earlier a little bit.
I think in terms of like Liquid's game, like we should be mostly looking at Liquid because they're the ones that are going to be driving this early game. Like they're the ones that have more pressure on them, I think, to rotate and make kills, which already is a bit of a problem when you're down in kills and it feels like you're getting out-rotated in comparison to the TB responses from Virtus.pro. But overall, I mean, their Tricore is fairly high in net worth. Like they're not like abysmally behind or something. Like they're actually leading in net worth theoretically right now. So I think it's just time to start making some plays. Get this Blink Dagger up on Koikba, and in you go. And it's going to be on mostly jumping onto Solo, right? So most team fights will look like Mickey scouting to the back line, trying to find Solo, identify where the Oracle is, and then you have the Blink initiation on the Oracle, and then you got to watch for that counter initiation of either the boat or the egg, and have to have a response kind of canned for each of those.
Got it. Well, they do see no one here, and he's going to find Insania while they're getting a little bit aggro onto the TB. Trade his life for a courier. Seems like a decent trade.
I feel like he just keeps doing that. His allies are just dying. He's like, but the courier, guys. It's okay.
Then a value was lost. I'm sure it's fine. 1, 5, and 2 Grimstroke doesn't seem bad at all. But yeah, interesting start to this one. Liquid kind of playing a map control game down bottom as well. You can see this ward up on the high ground. They don't quite have the range to spot out the other observer ward, which currently Taiga is under. And he's actually going for that spirit vessel first. Interesting. Okay. We saw that from him before too.
Yeah, pretty good first item on the Weaver. You're just constantly looking to be involved, and you have double heals. They have the Dispel of the Oracle, which is kind of annoying, and then you know you're going to be getting a Manta on the TV, but either way, still very good versus the Oracle and the Phoenix heals.
Boxy holding on to this tower, but the rotation is coming. They find him. Our Power Ranger is going to show up to this one. Resolution gets the stun. They're TPing in on the other side of it. Boxy barely living, but the Stampede also going to be used now. And they will kill off Boxy, but have they dove in too deep? Clinks is showing up afterwards. The Supernova's down. They jump forward, try and kill it off. They will be able to. Now leashed up together. The stun goes out with the Dragon Tail onto both. Already, they've only lost the Mars, but no one is going to be another one to fall. Trying to armlet toggle his way out of here, but he will eventually burn down dead. Again, Liquid, great reactions.
Yeah, he had the double damage over time, I think, going there from both the urn as well as the dragon. So even when he tried to toggle, he just died.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, that was a very ambitious egg. I liked it, though. I guess he kind of just went all in. Like, he could have just left, and they probably both would have died, but he tried to make the turnaround play. It's another courier. All right, Tog, I see you. you got some pretty good snipes. I'll give you that.
I want to check out his fantasy points real quickly. Oh, that Weaver, he's killing it. Top 4.
Can't take up the bounty rune, though. So what good is he really? Yeah.
All right, so bounties, looks like it's going to be another round of trade-offs. LTW got the other one down bottom. And Blink Dagger done for Centaur now too. So this is, it's not like the tank up and get big game. This is the run at you game. It feels like from both teams.
Yeah, I foresee many missed spells with like 3 blinks just suddenly appearing. Like these fights are going to be very messy.
Yeah.
You know? We have some things that are guaranteed in the X, and then everything else is just kind of out there.
Right. Well, and I mean, even the X isn't necessarily guaranteed when you've got things like the silence coming out from, you know, the Grimstroke. Is he in trouble?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Resolution. Gotta get away. Oh, the juke. Oh, he re-inserts the shit.
Where's Stania going?
He'll get the kill eventually. Man, that was funny.
It's Stania had full faith in Boxy, and he was like, was my faith misplaced? Like, what's going on over there?
Ooh, Inkswell onto the Clanks. LTW. They're bringing in some more heroes, though, but if they can bring him down, catch him to the tree, can they keep him alive long enough? No, it's not going to happen. Solo was so close.
Oh, no.
I mean, you want to go in, you want to save your core, but sometimes it's better just to give it up for dead. You should have known better as they kill off the poor old Oracle. I'm just going to let him sit there for a second while Mickey gets the finish.
Yeah, not worth ulting. He would not survive. And it's a very long cooldown. All right, things happening right now for Liquid. This is what they definitely need. It is not a end-all be-all. It's not like the game's just over. Killing the TB is pretty huge, though. That's obviously like the prime target, and you wouldn't even be expecting them to really find him, honestly. Like, he's such a hard target to get in these situations because you know that he's just going to be trying to play the exact opposite side of the map from where you are.
Right.
Solo's actually starting to circle up top, so I don't know if he's thinking like, Rezo, take that thing. That's going to draw them bottom, then we're going the hell up there.
Could be.
That seems to be the plan.
Well, he definitely drew the bottom. Plan succeeded, at least at this first part of it. Yeah, it's interesting because, I mean, the other thing that you could see there is like, I think back to that nerf that Oracle had a while ago to the range of False Promise, and how much that could have made the difference there. Like, if you get the ulti off on LTW, suddenly he has a Sunder to turn that whole thing around, but it did not work out that way. And now instead, Virtus.pro down 4,000 net worth. And they're going to try and take over this jungle, but it looks like Liquid coming in to farm this out before they get here.
They still do have giant counter initiation spells, and again, there is still that pressure on Liquid to make a lot of these initiations. So, you know, a 4 or 3k lead is not safe when you're playing aggro into a team that has things like boat and the egg. So they gotta make sure they're doing it cautiously, and they really want that like instant destruction of a hero.
They see this ward though. They see the ward. It's underneath the sentry. Do they have vision of Mickey? Not quite. Actually, it's behind that tree. Dude, that ward placement is awesome. They get all the vision there. So Resolution is caught out away from the rest of his squad, doesn't even manage to get anything off from that. And now, VP are in a terrible position. They're wanting to walk forward into this one, still underneath the sentry ward. The turnaround on a Quakeba, gonna blow him up right at the start of the Mars Arena. Now the Supernova down. They will eventually be brought down. The spear connects onto Kunkka, and LTW has to just run away, hoping that he can escape. But Boxy chases down no one. They'll find that kill as well. Damn, Liquid are doing it.
Yeah, that ward was filthy. They saw there's so many sentries down. They were trying to find that Clinks. And even when they spotted Mickey, it didn't matter. Again, they get solo. I mean, Quakeba died, I think, like 2 seconds after popping his ulti. He did 19 damage that team fight. So
Oh my God.
I think Liquid definitely able to clean that one up after they expend so much just to bring down Quakeba.
How do you do 19 damage?
I don't know if the recap quite right. It says he used Breathe Fire and Dragon Tail, so I got a lot of questions. I'll just blame it on maybe it was Fate's Edict or something. We'll go with that.
I guess it could just be the Dragon Tail damage too, like reduced by a bunch of things. Maybe, I don't know.
We'll let it go.
In beta, it's all good. Man, Grimstroke next, Insania. He's got big dreams for himself after finishing the Aether Lens. Wants to just go straight Aghanims, which does sound disgusting against LTW. That sounds amazing. They can get to that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the games where I've had Grimstroke lately, it hasn't been that good, and I keep wanting to see the Aghanims build, but yeah, this is the dirty one. It's just any Agi carry that just builds stats, that's the kind of game you're looking for, and that's what TB's all about, right? You see any plus green numbers on this hero? I don't think so.
Nope, not at all. Well, Solo gets brought down super quick by Mickey. And this is that point in the game where it just feels so hard to do anything against this Clinks. Like you walk anywhere, you try and get a D ward as a support, you're just gonna die. And Solo's like, okay, you got me. Yeah, it's tough. 20 minutes in. And right now the vision game, I mean, VP, they spent a ton of sentry wards up here on the top side of the map. This is where they wanted to play. And now it feels like they can't even head out there.
Yeah, now we start thinking about Roche too, as well as like the trading game. They've already smoked up on the Dire side. They kind of have Quakeba playing aggressive in there. This is a bit of a weird smoke, but I guess VP were up top there. They just kind of already read the situation and are responding appropriately. Maybe they can find something good here by kind of moving themselves into the back end of this smoke. Rezo, he needs a jump on, because like they don't have a straight save yet, right?
Right.
So if he can just get a big jump on one of the cores, it would be nice. Unfortunately, he's only going to find Insania. Not really the target they wanted, but at least it's something.
No. Yeah, they made it work.
You want to force Roche. You have Egg. You have Oracle. You have Kunkka. There's definitely a world where if you're that desperate, you could, but that fight's still going to be so hard. And like you obviously are going to assume the guy has buyback on the Grimstroke too. So safely take your tower and try and establish some control in that top area as they keep circling on the map.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is you got to take back over that outpost as well. One thing I'm worried about is it feels like VP are actually running out of sentries. I can't look into the shop to see it, but Solo just had 3, used all of them. He sees this ward now and is finally going to take it down. That one would have made that fight a lot easier for them, but he only has 1 more left in the inventory here, and it's just going to TP away from Taiga.
Oh, that's
going to connect as well.
There you go. That's cute.
Yeah, with all these sentries on the map, like they're gonna sort of have difficulty trying to maintain vision, it feels like.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It would be nice to be able to see that. Pretty important in this game.
Yeah. Well, 12 to 19, 5k gold lead. Like you said, maybe thinking about a Roche in the near future. They finish off the BKB on ZK. Saw how quickly he died before. As over towards mid, Inkswell onto Boxy,
yeah,
but
they thought about blinking him in right on the Kunkka. Oh, there's
a minute though. The big jump finds the Oracle right at the start. Now trying to bring down Mickey. Is he going to die in time? Yes, he will. But now the turnaround. Oh, the disarm on the DK, and they're trying to bring it on the egg. They barely managed to, but Quakeba wasn't able to attack during all of that. They buy back on Sight. He's trying to get back into the fight. They've already killed off the TV. We have not seen Asunder this game, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make anything else happen here. In fact, if no one's not careful to jump forward, stun comes out. Foxy, he does have another spear, trying to find the angle. Instead, goes back and takes down Science. So Quakeba trying to escape will eventually be killed off. Everybody else from Liquid has died. It wasn't dieback on the Phoenix, but they can kill Boxy here. It makes it even more worth it. And the armlet toggling, no one able to find it. The torrent afterwards, punch. It's real deadly. Got to be careful about this one. He's trying to walk away. No one playing on tiptoes the other way around. But they have the root eventually. The Tidebringer punch. No one, got to be careful. Foxy looking like he might actually be able to escape from this one. He's got the blink away if he wants it, or he could go back in if he's a madman. He's not a madman.
Now is the time to voice line. I feel like these guys never appropriately voice line. Like, they just spent 3 heroes and all that time. That fight would have been so much worse if it was not from that halberd play from no one. That was crazy. He got that off 0.14 seconds before the BKB came out. Because I looked at the DK and I could have swore he was BKB before that noise came out. But it was just like a fraction before. Able to help ruin a little bit of his game, but unfortunately it wasn't a big enough win, and with the cooldowns and of course the meta being the big one not there, no egg for a little bit as well, they will easily go into the roach pit right now.
Liquid take it rather quickly. They do scan up on the high grounds. They know that this is happening. Gonna send in the illusion first. Resolution could go for a big jump in if he wants to.
They have to fight this. I don't think you can lose this.
Oh, he jumps in afterwards. He got this Spirit Vessel on him, but now the runaway. Got to be careful. Arena down. It catches on to no one. The chase is coming in. Zayat gets saved. Actually uses his ulti as well. It's just going to pop down afterwards. So they take down the egg. They use False Promise on that one as well. And now they buy back on the Oracle. Axes on a Quakeba, but VP, I don't think they can take this fight anymore.
And now it went from like trying to make sure they don't just get like a free roach to make it even worse, because they are giving away on top and forcing your own buybacks. Taiga with the chase down. Looking for a little bit more here. He's going to see quite a few heroes. I don't know if you guys want to fight this. I feel like Quakeba's in.
This is crazy. Quakeba jumps, chasing for more. They do bring down Taiga, but LTW has meta back up again. So they're trying to run and see if they can take this fight now that Liquid's used a couple of their ultis as well.
Scotty versus DK too.
Oh, that's big. That's real big. So they take down both. Ooh, Rezo trying to find Insania. Is he going to be able to get out of here? Dodges away from the stun. They're still stalking on this Grimstroke. Boxy on the other side, waiting for no one to come uphill and throws out that spear and is like, all right, I don't want to be here anymore. Insania jumped on yet again. Does have the silence, does have another round of Ink Swell, but I don't think it's going to matter. The X pulls him back in, and Liquid will lose 3 after claiming that Aegis.
All right, got a little messy after that, but they did at least keep the Aegis for themselves. I don't really blame them going high ground there. I can see how that does look like a good fight, but I guess in the end, even without the egg and everything, it is still high ground.
Yeah, and like it was prolonged enough that meta came back up in that time too, I guess. Well, Trent, where do we stand now? I mean, they've still got Aegis on Liquid, right? Like, do you play aggressive now?
I feel like they just don't want anyone else to die, like the rest of this game sort of situation. Okay. Like, this Aegis should clear up the tier 2s. Probably not gonna be able to get you a set of racks. That's more like an Aegis and a cheese kind of play. But I think LTW is in a very scary spot right now. I'm definitely worried. If I was cheering for Liquid in this game, I would be like, I would just assume they'd lost. I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have that feeling like, oh yeah, my team's doing it. It's all going well. And then you start seeing this TB creeping up the net worth. Like, his game is looking very nice. I think an MKB is coming out for Mickey preemptively, though, which, you know, it's a TB game. So he's making the correct assumption that the butterfly will be next.
Right. Well, and it's interesting, too. Like, I understand the, like, wanting to get as big as possible, try and get like as stacked up as he can, but I feel like if LTW had a BKB, you know, next maybe, like he'd be able to get Sunder off, and I think that would change a lot of how his game looks, because we haven't really seen one get used in the early going to this.
Sunder's okay, but he also still has to worry about the Spirit Vessel. So, like, if he hasn't done... Actually, no, I'm not even sure if it affects Sunder. You know how those things go. I'm just going to assume it does. Who knows? Probably doesn't. But he's also worried about all the physical damage. That's why I think the Butterfly is better either way. It's just like... It's all right clicks, right? It's like the clinks, the Weaver, even a lot of the... There is a lot of magical, sure, but at least he can be, like, helped out by that from the Fate's Edicts, as well as just, like, the Oracle.
Okay.
I like the evasion.
Evasion sounds good. And I guess it will help too eventually if Grimstroke does end up finishing off that Agnum Scepter, which Insania is getting closer to. Getting closer. Trying to keep this tower alive as long as possible. But down bottom, Taiga with the spider legs, he's also getting close to his Agnum Scepter. So a couple big items coming out from Liquid.
Okay. I've confirmed it's an HP swap. It does not affect... I was like 90% sure I was wrong on that.
Okay.
That's why you know you're wrong. So don't guys try and Spirit Vessel your TBs, guys. Actually, still Spirit Vessel your TBs because like all his allies healing him, but not because of Thunder.
True enough. Just throw everything onto TB and hope it all works out. That's how I play Dota, personally. Enchanted Quiver picked up now. This Orb of Destruction on TB sounds really nice. But you can see Liquid, for the moment at least, trying to dodge away from the action and just get into that next tier of items.
Spider legs your way around.
Yeah, Dragon Knight's going to have his halberd for the next fight too, most likely. And that could be another one of those game-changing things if you find the real TB at the start of it.
Yeah, it is still kind of awkward, though, because like he hasn't scaled in a while, you know? He got like this BKB. That's pretty hype. Very good, but then you get this halberd, which just kind of feels like a chuck away item. It's like, all right, sweet, we stopped the TB, but if you mess that up, that's gonna be really bad. Of course, there's no way to mess it up on the TB currently because he has no way dispelling it or blocking it with Magic Community.
Oh, careful, careful. Boxty can throw out that arena right at the start if he wants his own BKB. Comes first, he's immediately TPing away.
That was
all right. That's not a fight they wanted to take.
Yeah, they meta. We're out.
All right, Liquid, run, hide, get out of there. Are they even gonna be able to get him? Doesn't look like it. Taiga, Sakuchi's again. Wow, big win.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, actually.
Jeez.
So they gotta hit the timer right now, right? Once that meta is now at half duration, the second that thing is over, they're just good to go.
You know,
Can go fight a tier 2.
I wonder if that was the plan the whole time, because the Aegis was just expiring too. So it's like they couldn't even really take that fight anyways. I guess they could have, but it might have gone bad anyways. Huh. Liquid with the big brain.
Probably just hoping for like 1 or 2 heroes, not the entirety of them. Like if it's 5v5 right now, they still need that initiation on the Oracle, especially because now Solo is level 12. So he actually has the additional range.
Butterfly no, he doesn't. Completed.
Yeah.
And looks like Liquid are now going to try and play dodge away for at least a little bit. Weaver just now finishing his Agnum Scepter, loses his courier, as you sometimes do. Oh, nice little juke away there from Taiga. The juke by standing still. Nice. And they're grouping together to fight again. So they want to take this fight. Taiga hiding back behind the trees, scouts out everybody, sees, okay, there's several heroes over here. Mickey trying to find Solo. They get vision on him, find him right at the start with that spear afterwards. Now Quakelet jumps onto Solo, kills him off. The boat comes far too late, and no one's stuck on the outside of it. They get the silence now onto this Terrorblade, trying to control him, trying to bring him down. Resolution pulls back in Insania, but he manages to get the Soulbind off. Again, IW dies. What an amazing team fight from Team Liquid. No one is going to be controlled afterwards. Boxy's taking down Resolution. That was freaking clinical.
Yeah, you actually could not draw this up any better. Everything perfect happened. They got the 3-man, I think, arena and the spear on the Oracle. Best case scenario. Oracle just blows up. Then they start targeting down the Phoenix, who's trying to heal up the Terrorblade as well as like try and damage your guys. He's forced into an egg. While the egg is being focused by the DK and the Clinks, you then have the TB stunned for the whole duration. So the TB couldn't even take advantage of the fact that the 2 heavy hitters weren't able to target him because he was just stuck, just sitting there waiting.
And he was like right on the edge of the arena too. So I think a lot of those hits got blocked out or just didn't even go because he only did 800 damage in that fight, the Terrorblade. 18,000 net worth, 800 damage. Damn. Liquid. Now 30 kills to 19, but more importantly, taking this mid-tier 2 tower while simultaneously pressuring top. And this should clear out the rest of them. We're getting close to Roche possible respawn.
One thing that's really scary now, though, too, is they have 3 cores with no BKBs on the Radiant side, and you have an arena with a 60-second cooldown. So, like, it's basically always up. You know, at this point in the game, in late game, a minute cooldown is pretty much nothing. That just means it's there for every team fight, you know?
Yeah.
And with no BKBs at all, that is a very scary sight.
You can see LTW going back for the Satanic. I guess this is that moment where you have to play around Metamorphosis cooldown. Like if they don't have meta, the fight just doesn't work. And even if they do have meta, it might not work anyways. God, I don't know. I'm definitely concerned about VP right now. Liquid feel like they've kind of got their number at this point. They haven't transitioned into that like next big item for. Well, I guess they have the Aghanim Scepter on Grimstroke, so never mind. They got it.
Yeah, they have some pretty huge items right now. And now there's pressure on VP. They want to get the smoke play. Is the Weaver close enough for the save? Taiga, get going.
Tries to move in. Taiga's over there. Gets the save off. Oh, and now Quake, but he's still taking a lot of damage from this one. The Scotty doing a lot of work as well, and they will eventually bring him out. So even the broken Weaver Ags.
Yeah, I thought Boxy would TP for the Blink Arena.
Wait a minute. Look at the Dark Portrait. It's blowing them up. Oh my God. The Dark Portrait actually just killed Solo. Oh.
Yeah, he needs that Ghost Scepter. That is crazy. He just died so fast.
Top tower is about
Dude, that
to
was
take the
crazy.
Yeah, I thought if they got the heal, he was actually going to be okay, because I thought Boxy was going to like counter-initiate and things were going to go disasters for Virtus.pro, but they didn't commit the TPs. Boxy was just trying to run there as well, next to Mickey, I believe it was, so. Good play from Virtus.pro. Sure, you lose the Oracle, but you're going to get this tower. You're going to hold that outpost, and you're going to start thinking about Roche.
Well, Resolution is going to die. They glyphed there, so the rest of the team doesn't get in position to save him. And now they've kind of got their eyes on the rest of VP. They won't quite get there, but yeah, Roche respawns right at this point, and Solo realizing that that's up. And then losing his courier right afterwards to Boxy. Are they going to try and take this? I mean,
yeah, there's no meta. They should definitely go. They should just instantly run into the pit.
This is so frustrating for VP, I'm sure.
And they're just gonna try and delay this. They're just gonna start like chucking torrents and whatnot in here and be like, we know they want to Roche.
So much more.
Right.
So Liquid could do the old the sneaky smoke, but they've already kind of prepped for that with some observer and sentry vision to watch for the clinks rotating around.
Right. The bugs get thrown out. That is going to reveal to VP that, hey, this is going on. Throw out the fire spirits. Torrent afterwards doesn't connect onto Mickey. Have to be very wary. Centaur is back up in 10 seconds. Boxy pops his BKB for this, actually. This is crazy. Jumps forward, tries to find it. The Supernova up on the high ground. Great reaction. Do they have enough misses? Uphill? No. The egg is going to pop. No one being zoned out by Quake, but they still haven't taken Roche yet. And with Centaur back up again, they got to see if they can make this fight work. Heals coming in from the Oracle onto that Coco, but the jump forward, and they find the Oracle yet again. Solo in so much trouble. The Stampede to try and save a life, but LTW, he's trying to finish off Roche in the meantime. Oh, the biggest play from LTW. Liquid don't know. They sneak it away from him. LTW, I never said a bad word about you, I promise.
All right, that's pretty nice. This guy is Satanic, Aegis, and Cheese now. And a DD perhaps, but Mickey's gonna, Mickey's like, does he have a ward?
Yeah, that's scary. You gotta be careful, buddy. Are they just gonna go? I mean, they have meta now.
He didn't use it. God, imagine if he had gotten that DD. That actually would have been so bad.
The Dark Portrait was created, but is going to be taken down afterwards now.
The cooldown is so low, though. It's back in 20 seconds.
Boxy has Arena back up in 3. They're just trying to slow this down as much as possible, but VP now knocking on the high ground, and with this Aegis on ILTW, they don't really have great answers for this right now. The disarm is there, the halberd trying to slow the pressure. Dude, ILTW doesn't get caught. It's not the right one. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. The silence is out there. Quakeba trying to find that back lane. They managed to find the Oracle though. Yet again, they're gonna lose solo. Leash together, still living for the moment. They've already used the buff. The run buff is gonna start wearing off soon. Zayat, Ghost Scepter, staying alive a little bit longer. ILTW now turning on to Mickey. Another time lapse, keeping him alive. Yule Scepter lift up, but Mickey will go down. No buyback on the Clinks. Virtus.pro. They're not really under that much control, but they're going to get healed back up again by Zayat. And with this Aegis, Trent, I don't know, man.
The meta is leaving, though. They are such a good team at defending, though, because like that was a TB. You would think they would have got the full set, but because they just have so many annoying things for a Terrorblade, like the Breathe Fire when it's all base damage. Then you have like the constant stun just coming in from like the Ink Swells, whatever. Just stacking on everyone, clearing through these creep waves, the Dark Portraits. So obviously still very good for Virtus.pro. Blowing up solo again, like the poor guy. He's still too poor for that Ghost Scepter. I swear it's been his quick buy for like 15 minutes. Someone can give this guy a lane, dude.
I mean, he's got the magic lamp now, I guess. Like,
okay, that's pretty awesome, actually.
That's something.
That's big.
Yeah.
Oh, the knife? Okay, we're getting some comeback items here on VP. I like it. The leveler? Oh, it's on the Dire.
That would have been terrifying. Spell Prism for VP as well.
Ooh, who takes that? Phoenix? I don't even know. Centaur, maybe?
I'm not sure.
Kunkka would be sweet. Man, they actually have all really good heroes for the Spell Prism. All right, Kunkka's definitely taking it.
Okay. I wonder if he goes Aghanims later on. Could be nice. Yeah, they're just trying to get the last of these items, it looks like. But they have that Aegis for another 2 minutes, and that means there'll be one more round of Metamorphosis, most likely. And ILTW finishes off a Rapier. Okay?
Good call.
Dude,
the
Nietzsche
play.
This guy is insane. Who needs
I think that makes a lot of sense with how this game's going. I don't think I want to go like another Roche round versus them and try and like sneak that in and everything. All right, Solo's got the magic lamp. Can someone please let him farm the creep wave for this Ghost Scepter?
They got to get their buy. I don't know. I guess buyback's not even super relevant anymore necessarily. Like once you got the Rapier on ILTW, but does that mean that they have to like push it now and make use of this Aegis? Like how? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter.
I mean, this slow push with no boots. This guy's he's going.
Yeah, he's moved.
Last item is the Shaco.
Did he sell his boots? Because he doesn't have them anywhere else, right?
Yeah, I think he sold them for the Rapier. And he was pretty close to 0 when he got that Rapier, so.
Dude, what a freaking madman. Okay. 9,000 gold lead for Liquid, but it is Virtus.pro with hypothetically a win condition here.
It's like the Urukai coming to Helm's Deep. It's so slow, but they're just marching across this field. You know what's coming. What's going on, guys? So we going?
I mean, they need to come up with an answer.
They're looking for the backline play from Boxy. Where's the Oracle?
Dude, they ping immediately. They know he's there. Like, go hide in your little hole, Solo. Get away. Dark Portrait's coming for him. But it's instead going to not find it. The ping, Grimstroke realizes, okay, he's over there. We got an idea, but they find Taiga. Ready to start. Boxy finds the Phoenix in return. They try and bring down Boxy. He hides on the other side of the arena, doing no damage right now. Quakeba, though, getting completely eviscerated by this Terrorblade. He's getting destroyed, trying to run away. Can they bring him down in time? They will. The Supernova goes off. This one will not be taken care of. It will pop 2 dead, 90 seconds, no buyback, and VP ready to go again.
Ah, Terrorblade's still a hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Aegis just now expiring. The turnaround though, no, the Dark Portrait, they got him out. CW is gonna drop. They just expired. They got him. Oh my God, Yule Scepter lift up. Liquid pulling a fast one, make the play of the day. And now Mickey, he doesn't have the Rapier actually. Who is it that has the Rapier? The chase forward looking for Mickey, trying to bring him down. He is in some trouble, dies to retaliate.
Oh, Phoenix has it. Zayat has it. Taiga has it.
Oh my God, dude, Taiga's a monster now. Get away from this freaking Weaver. You can't deal with the time lapse. No, Yule Scepter. The reaction time comes out, tries to get away. runaway, time-lapse runaway with the Grimstroke. They've got that Inkswell. Right click's coming through. Isn't enough? It is. A double kill for the 4 Weaver. Give that man a tip.
Oh, that was so smart to Yule's first, because the faster cast time compared to the ulti, or he definitely would have died.
Dude, I can't believe that. The Rapier trading going back and forth. And now Liquid, Weaver's a damage dealer now. Get him the leveler.
Portrait is so good. Way to go, Insania. Just go Aether right into that Aghanims. Like,
Yeah.
That game, by all rights, should have been over.
Oh, and the timing of the Aegis. I can't believe that was so well timed by Liquid and Virtus.pro just not respecting the aggression that came out.
I wonder if you can dig on that. You probably can.
It's Magic Communion.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think that's why they changed that, because they used to be able to, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that too. Anyways, 23,000 net worth lead, 42 minutes in, and Liquid all of a sudden.
So wait, is there any counter to it then?
Punch it.
This team is pretty good. I guess that's why they had to give it 100% extra incoming damage or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
that is quite scary.
Yo, Taiga is now the 2nd highest net worth in the game. He's actually a crazy damage dealer now.
The Ninja Gear is actually so good on this hero too. All that agi and some movement speed to help out because you'd never invest in boots anyway.
I will say,
sneaking around.
I want to see Mickey give him the leveler. Taiga's the damage dealer now.
Is he though?
Dude, he's got a rapier.
Some strafe and whatnot though.
That's a good point. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so what do we have? I mean, God, what the hell do you do now if your VP went all? I guess Terrorblade, he bought boots now, so that's something. He's gonna be able to sort of split push as much as possible. They didn't even get the tier 3 tower. It's still alive on 35 HP. It's an illusion in there. Go punch that thing.
All right, well, they can chain stun this Weaver to death. It could happen, you know. He's a okay. Well, he's a 10-second BKB, so they can still do it. 2,400 HP. It's possible. It's probably what you're looking at, though. If you had to think of something. They will get the tower. Nice.
Has fallen.
Get some decent damage onto those range Rex as well. But yeah,
I definitely thought they lost. 90 seconds on the 2 cores with a Rapier TV, and then this Dark Portrait just seals the game.
Oh, it's insane. Well, it was that and the hex from Mickey, and it actually was just those 2 that did it. Oh, Roche respawn in 5 seconds. Go check it again. Check it again. Check it again.
Solo.
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, that would have
wait, the ping. Box is pinging.
Check.
I mean, who would check a 5-second Roche spawn, though?
Unreal. Dude, a mixture of a little bit of misplay earlier by VP and now a little bit of bad luck, and they're gonna miss out on. Well, I mean, I don't even know if they could have Roche right then, anyways. Liquid's moving out on the map.
I don't think it's that free. There is good vision up here. Mickey can see no one.
Ooh.
They're so busy pushing out waves, they actually haven't put any of their vision back down on the Radiant side for Virtus.pro. They're kind of blind. They have an Observer Sentry combo near the Roche pit, but they don't have anything up in their own high ground area.
Yeah, and I think that's why you see them back away, because they had an idea that Liquid was maybe going to make that move. I mean, you just got to know at that point that it's something that could happen. Bottom is going to be pressured out again, so VP are going to have another round of being able to force them back, but I don't know if it's actually going to work. Liquid are here. They're going to try and take the Roche. Refresher. And it's just gone. Happens too quickly. Quakefoot takes the Aegis. Does Taiga deal with it? I don't care if you have a Rapier.
Yeah, Boxy's going to go with the Refresher. I thought I might give that to Quakefoot, but I guess he doesn't feel like he's the slots.
So am I crazy for still feeling like VP have a chance in this game? Because it still feels like with Terrorblade being so stacked up and I don't know. I've seen this hero wins games where it feels like it just shouldn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the new TV is like. I feel like that was like with the old reflection, those things were possible.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like he got carried pretty hard by that with some of the talents, but now his talents aren't that incredible. But he can still do it simply because he is 8 seconds Sunder. There is 8 seconds Sunder. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of insane. And he buys another rapier. Where's this guy getting all this money from?
He's the only one hitting creep waves. Look at that net worth chart.
I guess that's true. Okay. Well, we're back. 47 minutes. And I don't know when Liquid are going to feel comfortable going high ground. Because, like, you run into the boat, you run into Centaur, like, egg up on the high ground's annoying to deal with. I feel like this is still not an easy game for Liquid to close out. You gotta be careful with their movement. Rezo spots Mickey. Ooh, jump away. Gem, no gem.
I feel like scything no one would be a pretty nice way to start these fights too, because he's the only one with the BKB still, right? My problem is I still have to deal with solo.
Yeah, that's true.
This
Solo.
is looking like the old team Liquid. Old, let's get 60k lead before we go high ground, guys. I don't think we're off this.
They still got room to grow. You know, you can't take the Liquid out of Liquid.
Who doesn't love a little nostalgia, you know?
Yeah. Oh, Dragon Knight holding on to that Imp Claw. So level 25s.
Whoa. Hold up.
What?
Is Dark Portrait a debuff? Would it be affected by Timeless Relic because it's a unit target?
Maybe?
It shouldn't, because it's an illusion creation. Even if it's targeted on a unit, I don't think it'll be increased. But, you know, I never claim to be an expert on these things.
Okay, that's a weird one.
I could see a broken coding as to how that could occur, you know?
Fair
but
enough. It sounds crazy.
Like most illusions, yeah, nah, it should be fine. That shouldn't work, right? Or we'll assume it won't work like that.
Yeah, we'll assume.
Yeah.
I just opened up the levels tab to check who's 25, and I just realized Solo is level 16. Dude has been struggling.
Guys gotta read a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, become a smart guy. No one tries to jump away, and he will be able to back out of there. Resolution does a quick little sneaky take of the outpost.
Oh, he actually got him. They canceled his TP.
Oh no. Rezo. All right, he's just going to go high.
50. Oh, but wait.
Bugs. Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, my God. Resolution will never know how close he was to death. He might have seen the bugs, actually. I don't know. That's one of those weird, like,
yeah,
that shows up through there.
Like, Solo's like, all right, we're just going to smoke to Rezo. It's our only option right now. He's stuck.
Ooh, Mars took the Arena of Blood grants 80 HP regen. That's kind of cool. Anything else that is coming out here? Kunkka just hits level 25, Ghost Ship Fleet immediately across the river from Boxy. Torrent almost connecting, but not quite. And that is going to be both outposts going to the Dire. So Liquid picking up more experience.
And Solo wept.
Back so soon.
950. How much would that be for him? That's that is almost an entire level for this guy at this point. Come on, he's 1300 per level. That's like 70%.
That's
help the guy out.
Man. He better at least get the tome. Actually, probably not. You probably give it to like somebody else who's going to be close to a big talent.
I mean, the poor guy's still buying wards.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I got to save up for another rapier here, buddy.
He still wants the Ghost Scepter.
Oh, the Agnum's got changed, didn't it?
For who?
For TV. Now he gets it as Terror Wave becomes its own ability. Because he's got the Agnum's queued up now on ILTW.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. What is it now? Terror Wave releases a wave after a short delay that travels outwards, fearing any enemies. Cast time 0, effect delay 0.6, fear duration 3.75, cooldown 90 seconds.
You still only get it when you're in meta, though, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think that there's something like that.
That is correct. You have to be in meta to have the ability.
It is kind of cool though, because the main place that I've seen it is with a puck. But I guess here in this instance, it would be pretty good too. Like if you have, Taiga that's Sakuchin or something, suddenly he has to run away really fast. I could
Yeah, and
disrupt
just with like
fight.
the arena and everything too, is just like trying to break up that big kind of like area control initiation that they have. Considering you're still, I guess they have the 10-second BKB now as well for LTW, so that's not really as big of a concern now.
Well, where are we at
Liquid's
next?
feel a little lost right now.
Yeah, that's what's so strange about it, because by all rights, they should be in super dominant position. Maybe they're just waiting for the next Roche, I guess? Or maybe they're like, we just want to get 60-minute items?
They do
I
like
don't-
chilling, you know. Again, this was their old go-to. Was like, all right, go ahead. You guys want to fight? That's fine.
The thing that I am noticing, though, is that, like, you see how big that lead is, right? 23,000. It sounds good. Boxy's floating 4K gold. Taiga's floating 4K gold. Insania doesn't really have much, but Mickey is 6,000 gold. So the actual yeah, the actual effective lead
Yeah,
here
they have no
is
lead.
nothing.
they actually have no lead. You're right. That is very interesting. All right, Satanic's finished. There's something.
Yeah. But when you have that much of a gold lead and all of your current gold is like out the wazoo, it's kind of weird. I guess also you do have it on a decent amount on Kunkka and TB as they're saving for buyback.
Yeah, I was about to make the same case. Like they still have kind of a similar thing going. Maybe
Right?
that's what Polo's going for, the cheap buyback. But now I just look and he actually can't afford it anymore, so never mind.
Poor guy. Holding this high ground, Liquid gonna pressure down bottom, hope to find somebody moving out of position. That sort of wait and see if you can catch somebody that's making a bad move rather than trying to force a bad high ground initiation. That seems like it's the call for Liquid right now, but Virtus.pro not gonna oblige them, at least as yet.
Yeah, they have the better initiation on Liquid still, I think. Like, if they were ever split up, someone could just die so fast because they have, like, instant stuns between, like, even just, like, a Blink Hex or a Blink DK stun is still pretty hard to react to with your BKB. Even if you have that as a defensive option, and then you obviously have, like, the Scythe. Even the Spear can kind of go the same way, too. So, you know they're going to be forced to 5-man outside of Virtus.pro, whereas they have, like, a little bit more wiggle room on the side of Liquid, and they're kind of flexing that somewhat to try and grow this lead. The lead is not growing very much, though. That is for sure. It is, like, crawling away from the side of Virtus.pro, and sometimes it falls back towards them as well, just because like how fast the TB can clear like every neutral camp.
Yeah, and he can send those illusions out to farm in places you wouldn't otherwise be safe to do it. Like this wave right here, normally you wouldn't be able to get this freely.
Yeah,
so
and
TB,
it's putting pressure on Liquid too, because like now they have to come and push this out.
yeah.
They have pretty good wave pushers though. Like their heroes are terrible.
I would be shocked if a Blitz Dota coach team would have bad wave slish.
Yes, that's true. Wave shove, I believe,
Wave
is his
shove.
preferred term.
Sorry, my bad. All right, what do we got now?
Who is Blitz?
That's so funny. Freaking Zayats. He's such a troll. And how we've moved from being like, absolute, 100% try hard mode to, now, or rather
I believe you
switching
call
around.
that online.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
fair enough. So Aghanim Scepter done for the TB. Let's go. He's like, I don't need a buyback. Who cares? Come at me. He buys the whole thing, including the freaking synth.
All right, I look forward to the giant fear. Can they? They don't have any real abuse for it. Like a
No.
breakup.
The one thing I will say is that I feel like it should have a cooler particle effect attached to it. Did you ever play Diablo 2 back in the day?
Yep.
You remember fighting Diablo in the Throne of Destruction, and there was like those giant fire rings that came out?
Yeah, like rings and waves, and yeah. I
Yeah.
think ring would be pretty hype.
That would be awesome if it was like green. I want to see that.
Not that you could tell what any of them were on the monitors.
True enough.
What any of those effects looked like.
All right, Dark Portrait was used, but it's back off cooldown again in a second. X onto Boxy. The beginnings of a fight, but the blink away comes. And no torrent connection.
Damn, that was bold. Not to BKB. Boxy was like, no, I got this.
I know the timing.
Precision.
There is something to be said for like a slightly delayed Kunkka X pullback, because like you expect the timing, Oh, wait a minute. They're taking this outpost. They want to hold this for the Roche fight. Virtus.pro holding the outpost for the moment. There's no other towers to go towards, so this is the main instrument for coming back in against buybacks.
They have the ink portrait fighting the reflection. The conjure image, rather. Insanity's just using it to scout.
Interesting.
That's Mickey. They forced out the time lapse. It's only a, what, 16-second cooldown, so no big deal.
Yep. Still hanging on to a lot of damage from the Weaver, but they're just going into the pit and they're taking this.
Oh, they got him out, though. Nice spear by Boxy.
Oh, danger, danger. Gotta be careful. They drop down the arena as well. Metamorphosis is half duration left. They got to finish this in time. The delay coming from Liquid. I mean, the Hex pulls him back in, but the spear was also used at the same time. Boxy, round 2 of the arena is ready to go in just a second, but they have to beat KP out as well. Trying to take down the Roche. It is going to go down. ILTW gets the Aegis. Taiga under control and seeing if they can find that kill. It's not quite going to be there in time, but they're just running into that ghost ship over and over. Nobody dead yet. Solo's still living. He's up on the high ground. Gotta be careful.
Remember.
Gotta run, gotta hide. Boxy throws out the spear. Somehow he finds Solo. Yet again, time lapse pulls Boxy back into it.
They had refresher on the TV.
And they killed him up in time. They're trying to bring him down. Thunder comes out from LTW, but he's gonna die. So that's first life down. And he lived through a second time. If he wants to, they're not gonna go. With that refresher, it's too scary.
Gem, though. Someone send the courier. Oh, so buybacks on both Noah and Solo. No buybacks forced out of Team Liquid. And the age is gone. I'm not sure. Did you find the cheese or the Aghanims?
No. Oh, wait. Boxy has X.
Oh, that's new, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably got the cheese. Maybe it got munched by someone.
Could have been. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Never mind. I can see it. Boxy used the cheese and Taiga used the cheese. So,
okay.
There we go.
Boxy with the big move.
Yeah. He got the... And he used his old refresher shard, whereas they still have the refresher shard left on the TV from this one.
Gotta be very careful. Sunray, repair kit, always like to see that one. And the Dark Portrait's beating away at this tower. They need to deal with that. Stun comes out. My God, Quickfoot. Stun the spear, pulls them back in. What a freaking baller! They blow up the buyback. What a play! The Hex is there. They're controlling this Terrorblade. He's dead. That's it. That's all, folks. GG, well played. Liquid, close it out.
Man, even with all his physical attributes, he just got annihilated by theirs in a second. When it's 5 heroes beating on you like it, he got hexed into a Grimstroke stun, and that was just it. Liquid, patience is a virtue, and